"I'm not the next Usain Bolt or Michael Phelps. I'm the first Simone Biles." Now, that's a powerful quote. For people who follow the Olympics and gymnastics, Simone Biles is a legend. But you might not know that an athlete as amazing as her could also humiliate her opponents. Don't believe us? Keep watching this video to find out how the 25-year-old star caused major humiliation. First up, we have Larisa Latynina and Simone Biles. Larisa Latynina of the Soviet Union also has the same number of medals, but it would be wrong of us not to mention that Biles has more gold medals overall. Latynina, who is now 87, won 18 Olympic medals throughout her career. She won 9 Olympic gold medals and has the record for the most Olympic gold medals by any gymnast. Latynina has admitted that the game has now evolved and become more challenging since the last time she was on a bar. Talking to Reuters, she said that what they did was not comparable to what modern gymnasts do. And when she looks at what gymnasts do today, she becomes a little afraid and thinks about whether she would have started gymnastics or not. Such a statement by a major player shows how hard and competitive the current Olympics are. Definitely adds a feather to Simone's cap for being among the top players today. In case you're looking for an opponent's humiliation, that's what overachievement is called in sports. Next is Shannon Miller and Simone Biles. Miller, now 45, earned her Olympic medals in Barcelona in 1992 and in Atlanta in 1996. This was the year when America first won the team event, tying Shannon Miller as the most successful American gymnast in the Games. But again, Biles has won 4 gold medals as compared to Shannon's 2. We cannot say that this was a major humiliation, but something for rivals to second-guess their achievements. Shannon thinks that Simone and she are both competitive with themselves, and they do not get caught up in what is going on around them. For them, competition with their own selves is more important than the competition with others. She also could not stop praising Simone and said that there could be no one else like Simone. Talk about opponent eventually rooting for you. Next on our list is Caitlyn Ohashi and Simone Biles. Hard as it would be to believe, Simone Biles was also defeated once back in 2013 by Caitlyn Ohashi, back when both of them were 15 and just starting. In her international debut as a senior, Ohashi scored 59.199 and won the all-around title at the competition, which included impressive showings on the floor, vault, and uneven bars. But her highest score that day was her routine on the balance beam, which added a 15.333 to her total score. An enthusiastic Ohashi was heard saying after the competition that she felt so great to be out there and how that was a great way to start her senior career and how she wants to keep upgrading her routines and focus on being consistent. If you look back at this competition now in 2022, you will realize how big Ohashi's achievement was because she came first after defeating her teammate Simone Biles, who was then a star in the making. Biles earned the highest score of the day in the vault and the uneven bars. Ohashi was leading the competition until then, but she later fell on the balance beam during a complex routine, ended up losing her balance, and eventually her first place. Biles then finished the routine with a full twisting double back and finished with a total score of 57.666 and a point and a half behind Ohashi. Everyone who saw Ohashi that day witnessed the potential of a star in her. Then what events transpired that led her to stop following her passion? A few years down the lane, due to a series of injuries, surgeries, and criticism of fans, she lost her path. She talked about how there was a time when she used to feel that she was on top of the world until she wasn't. She further added that the criticism of the people on her gaining weight made her hate herself, and she felt broken because gymnastics was her life. She was told that it was embarrassing how big she'd become, and she started facing self-acceptance issues. Biles, meanwhile, would eventually become a 4-time Olympic gold medalist. That's some serious rivalry, with the tables turned by luck. But who knew that Biles felt intimidated by Ohashi back then? Simone recalls this moment by saying that she used to be really nervous while competing with some juniors like Lexi and Caitlyn. Ohashi said she eventually rediscovered her passion for gymnastics and found happiness once again. That's nice to hear. Up next, Naomi Kaminichi and Simone Biles. About 31 years ago, Kaminichi scored the first 10 in the history of Olympic gymnastics. It was not that her routine was unique, but the precision and the elegance and precision in the same routine that was being performed by every other gymnast on the uneven bar that day led her to the score of the first 10. This was the moment that no one was prepared for. Even the scoreboard was not sure how to display it. It showed a 1.00 because the technicians in charge did not think it was possible for someone to get a perfect 10. Many people today think that had Simone Biles played in the era, it would have been undoubtedly her who would have scored the first 10. They are not wrong in thinking that. She has an amplitude for breaking and making records. Simone Biles was already the most accomplished gymnast in the Tokyo Olympics that was held in 2020. With her bronze medal in the balance beam final, she tied two important records in the sport. Born in Kaminichi's era or not, Biles has been pretty much hustling in this era. 4 gymnastic skills have been named in her honor, as she is the only gymnast in history who attempted these skills: floor exercise routine, balance beam dismount, and twist on the vault. Another move, a triple-double with 3 twists and 2 flips, was also later named the Biles 2. So Nadia was the first one to score a 10, but not a move to her name. What a shame. And now we have Gabby Douglas and Simone Biles. Simone Biles not only is an inspiration as a sportswoman, but also because of the set of values she believes in. When a teammate, Ali Raisman, shared her story of sexual abuse, along with many other gymnasts, including Simone Biles by USA Gymnastics Dr. Lawrence G. Nasser, her teammate, Gabby Douglas, thought that it would be nice of her to do some victim shaming. She, in a now-deleted tweet, suggested that it is women's duty to dress modestly and be classy. Dressing in a provocative way provokes the wrong crowd. Simone Biles was not shy from schooling her teammate and said with a screenshot of Gabby's deleted tweet that she was shocked to see this but wasn't surprised. She says, "This brings me to tears because as your teammate, I expected you to support her. I support you, Ali, and all the other women out there. Stay strong." That was not it. She also called out the FBI, USA Gymnastics, and the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee because she felt that they turned a blind eye to the abuse and failed to do their jobs. She said that the institutions have failed to protect them and they deserve answers. Whoever enabled Nasser needs to be held accountable. If not, then this pattern could possibly continue across the Olympics. In 2017, Nasser pleaded guilty to abusing 10 of the more than 265 women and girls and is serving up to 175 years in prison. Simone Biles did not look back after that incident in 2013. You could always count on her to win. But after what happened in the Tokyo Games, no one is so sure anymore. Simone looked like a person who is just starting as a gymnast instead of someone with a cupboard full of medals. She gave a sloppy performance and withdrew from the tournament. She later on said that she was struggling with mental health issues, which led people to say mean things to her as they believed she caused humiliation to their country. People called her selfish, a sociopath, immature, and a shame to their country. Now, any kind of abuse can make you question your self-worth, and Simone Biles suffered a long year of self-doubt, along with body and muscular pains. But that did not end her career, much to the disappointment of her opponents. She challenged herself one more time in the Tokyo Olympics, despite what she was struggling through, and appeared on the balance beam and performed well enough to win the bronze medal. Biles said that she was not expecting the win, and it meant the world to her to get one more opportunity. So a lot of ups and some downs for the also-popular Simone Biles. And that's a wrap for this video. So what do you think of Simone Biles' overachievement? Or let's say opponent's humiliation? Do let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button for more videos like this. See you in the next one.